This is an aeroplane and he is a parachutist. He drops from the aeroplane and falls freely for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the parachute opens. And then he descends with a retardation of 12 meter per second square. Means up to this portion, he acts like a freely falling body. As the parachute opened, his velocity decreases, and now he descends with an acceleration of minus 12 meter per second square. And he strikes the ground with a velocity 20 meter per second. Means he reaches the ground with a speed of 20 meter per second. Now the question is, the height at which he gets out of the plane. Means he is asking us to find this height at which he came out of the airplane. For this, we have to solve this problem in two cases. In the case 1, before parachute open. Case 2, after the parachute is opened. Before the parachute opens, he acts like a freely falling body. So if I take it as S1 equal to half gt square, that is equal to half into g means 10. In the problem it is given 10 into t means he traveled for 10 seconds. This is also given 10 square, that is equal to 500 meters. In the second case, he is now no more a freely falling body because the parachute is there. It reduces the velocity. That's why his acceleration is negative. Now we have to find this displacement. For that I am going to use v square minus u square equal to 2a into s. But velocity, final velocity is given as 20 meter per second, but the velocity at this point is not given. We have to find that velocity. How? By using v equal to u plus zt. So if the velocity at this point is v1, u is 0 plus z times t, that is 100 meter per second. Means from 100 meter per second, his velocity reduced to 20 meter per second in this displacement. So I am going to use v square minus u square equal to 2as again. V square means the final velocity 20 square minus u means initial velocity here, that is v1 equal to 100. So 100 square equal to minus 2 into a, it is given 12, as it is minus, I got minus here, into s2 equal to 400. The total is 500 plus 400 equal to 900. A stone is dropped from the top of a tower. First stone is dropped from the top of a tower, and there is a balcony 20 meters below the top of the tower, and the second stone is dropped from the balcony. And it is given that both the stones reach the ground simultaneously. Now what is the height of the tower? That is the question. Here the total time is not given. If you can find the total time, it is easy to find the height of the tower. Now first let us take this portion. If I imagine this as a h, small h is equal to, if the time taken by the second stone to reach the ground is t, small h equal to half into g into t square. Say this is equation number 1. If the second stone takes t seconds, what is the time taken by the first stone? Here the second stone is dropped after 1 second. That's why the first stone travels for t plus 1 second. And if this is treated as h, what is our capital H? H plus 20. That's why capital H is equal to h plus 20 equal to half into g into time taken by the first stone is t plus 1 whole square. H plus 20 equal to half into g into this is like a plus b whole square. Upon simplifying, I got h cancels. Zt is equal to, z means 10 by 2. If I take this direction, I got t is equal to 3 by 2 seconds. If t is equal to 3 by 2 seconds, and what is our h? H equal to half into g into t square. That's why it is like this. And our capital H is equal to small h plus 20. That's why h plus 20 means 31.25 is our height of the tower. It is given that a body is thrown vertically upwards from the tower with a speed u, and it reaches the ground with a speed 3u. It is thrown upwards with the velocity u and it reaches the ground with the velocity 3u. Now what is the height of the tower? See, here the object is thrown vertically upwards, the displacement is downwards, and the final velocity is also downwards. So if upward is taken as negative, downward is taken as positive, this 3u is positive, u is negative, so minus of u whole square means again it becomes plus u only. That's why here there is no problem with the negative sign. We have used v square minus u square equal to 2gh. V means 3u whole square minus u means u square equal to 2 into g into h means height of the tower. So it is 9u square minus u square 8u square equal to 2gh, h equal to 4u square by z. In this problem, even if the object is thrown vertically downwards with the same speed, then also you get the same answer. It is given that a stone is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity 100 meter per second. A stone is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity 100 meter per second. After 4 seconds, another stone is thrown vertically upwards. After how much time do they meet? That is our question. See, the first one is thrown vertically upwards. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. And the second one is thrown vertically upwards. So when do they meet? They meet means the first body should come in reverse direction. So the moment when it is going up and the moment when it is coming down, this object goes up and the two bodies meet here. I repeat, this is moving upwards, first body is moving upwards, second body is also moving upwards. The moment when the first body comes down, they meet here. They are meeting at some point means what? The displacement must be same. Even though it is moving upwards and coming here, the displacement of the first body is this, the second body is moving like this only and meeting here means there is a displacement of the second body is this. The displacements of the two bodies are same. Distances may be different but displacements are same for the two bodies. So S1 equal to S2, S1 equal to U into, for the first body if the time is taken as t minus half into g into t square. For the second body, as the second body is thrown after 4 seconds, or later 4 seconds, the time taken by the second body is t minus 4. That's why it is u into t minus 4 minus half into g into t minus 4 whole square. Upon simplifying, you will get t equal to 12 seconds. A parachutist just falls from aeroplane for 12 seconds. After 12 seconds, his parachute opens. Means from here to here, he acts like a freely falling body. The moment when the parachute is opened, his velocity decreases and we say that he got decelerated and his deceleration is minus 2 meter per second square. It is also given. And he reaches the ground with some velocity v. We have to find this velocity with which he reaches the ground. It is also given that the aeroplane was at a distance of or a height of 4220 meters when he is about to drop the aeroplane. Means the moment when he dropped out of the aeroplane is at a height of 4220 meters. Now the question is, with what velocity he reaches the ground? If I consider this problem in two cases, before the parachute is open, after the parachute is open, here to here it is taken as S1, here to here it is taken as S2. S1 plus S2 is equal to 4220 meters. In the case 1, I can find S1. Here he is just like a freely falling body. That's why S1 equal to ut plus half gt square. Here to here is under the influence of gravity only. Here to here he is under the influence of parachute and gravity. So here it is 0t plus half into g into t square, means the time is 12 square. I got 720 meters. Now what is S2? Here to here the distance is 4220 minus 720, that is equal to 3500 meters. So as to find the velocity here, I can use v square minus u square equal to 2as2. But I don't know the velocity here also. If I know the velocity at this point, I can find the velocity at this point. So as to find the velocity at this point, I am going to use v equal to u plus at. v equal to u plus at. Again I took the case 1 only, so as to find this velocity at this point. That is u1 is equal to u plus g into t. U means how much? 0. 0 plus g means 10 into time is 12. So u1 is equal to 120 meters. Now in case 2, as I have used v square minus u1 square. v square minus u1 square equal to minus, as it is decelerated, minus 2a into s2. Upon simplifying, substituting them, v square minus u1 square means 120 whole square is equal to minus 2 into a means 2 into s2. I got v is equal to this answer, 20 meter per second. Problem. An object is dropped from the top of a tower. An object is dropped from the top of a tower and it reaches the bottom with 3 kmph. This is case 1. In the second case, another body is thrown vertically downwards with a speed 4 kmph and he is asking us to find the velocity with which it reaches the ground. Okay? So as to find the velocity with which it reaches the ground, we need to find the height of the tower. Then only we can find the velocity with which it reaches the ground, because v square minus initial velocity is known, u square equal to 2gh. If h is known, we can find this v. So as to find this v, let us use this case. In this case, if I use the same formula, v square 3 square minus u square means it is dropped, 0 square equal to 2gh equal to 9. If I substitute that 9 here, I get v square equal to 4 square plus 9 means 25. V is equal to 5 kmph. This is a multi-story building. It has 9 floors. A body is dropped from the 9th floor, and after 1 second, another body is dropped from the 7th floor, which is 15 meters below the 9th floor. If the two bodies reach the ground at the same time, he is asking us to find the height of the tower or the height of this building. If the time taken by the first body is t, the distance traveled by the first packet is nothing but the height of the tower, that is equal to half g into t square. If the first body takes t time, what is the time taken by the second body? As the second body is dropped after 1 second, the time taken by the second body is t minus 1 second. And this is, if this is h and this is 15, this is h minus 15. So h minus 15 is equal to half into g into t square, means t minus 1 whole square. Upon simplifying this, I got something like this. And h is equal to how much? Half gt square. If I substitute that h here and if I simplify, I get t is equal to 2 seconds. Means the first body takes t time to reach the ground, which is taken as t. So we got t is equal to 2 seconds. Substitute the t here, you will get 20 meters. Means height of the tower is 20 meters. Here I didn't explain the calculation. If you see this, you can understand.